The headlines: tobacco claims 6 to 8 lives every day in the Solomon Islands. The Ministry of Rural Development has confirmed significant progress in implementing the Constituency Development Fund program. And Fiu Bridge in Malait Province has reopened to small vehicles after emergency repair work. Hello, you're watching SIBC's TV News Bulletin. I'm Sharon Nanao. Up to 8 Solomon Islanders die every day from tobacco-related illness. A staggering toll revealed by the Ministry of Health during World No Tobacco Day. Alex Dadamu reports.
Tobacco claims 6 to 8 lives every day in the Solomon Islands. Ministry of Health and Medical Services, Acting Permanent Secretary Dr. Nemia Bainivalu announced during the World No Tobacco Day celebrations on Friday. He said a global survey conducted in 2011 shows 41.2% of students in the country use tobacco.
Now, nation blaming hem got more than 780,000 people, and hem growing every year. But in terms of our people to make an impact in our nation's building and so forth, every lives matter, and also that means every young people's life matter as well. Now, we cannot afford to keep silent of this epidemic that is impacting people blaming. Tobacco use is one of the main causes of non-communicable disease in Los Solomon Islands, which I'm claiming 6 to 8 lives every day in Los Solomon Islands. Now, just to give him some data in terms of where we are on tobacco use. So there was a global youth tobacco survey done in 2011, and we felt this recently due one for more, but results will come out. But based on 2011 studies, have shown that 41.2% of students smoke cigarettes before the age of 10. 24.2% of students were actually tobacco users. Now note that these students hopefully are not now become current smokers now, coming to 10 years ago. But that's how people get addicted. They must start low young age. And unfortunately, about 80% of students got exposed to second-hand smoking or public spaces. That means public spaces and mga spaces where every people move around him. Public transport, got sports grounds, public transport, also buses, taxis. I got the places where people go and play and also congregate them, churches and so forth.
Mr. Bainivalu added a survey conducted in 2015 by World Health Organization (WHO) reports adults have shown that almost 1 in 3 adults are current smokers of the population.
Now, one for a study too, Ministry of Health and doing with the partners such as WHO, I call them STEP survey, 2015, and when for like for repeating one for more. Look at adults, have shown that almost 1 in 3 adults are current smokers of the population. This is actually quite high. Low hospital setting or clinic setting, and I think our good nurses, low National Diabetic Center, by actually confirming here, tobacco use causes 1 death every second day, which means in every month, 15 people die from the use of tobacco, which means every year about 180 people die from tobacco use, which means over 10 years, almost 2,000 people. What not this meaning? These are actually deaths where it needs to be preventing if people do not smoke.
Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
Now, the Ministry of Rural Development has confirmed significant progress in implementing the Constituency Development Fund (CDF) program, aimed at enhancing development efforts across all 50 constituencies in the country. Minister of Rural Development, Honorable Daniel Waneroa, announced the ministry has already allocated a dedicated budget to support the operational and administrative needs of the constituency offices. He said the majority of constituencies have received their initial disbursements, with grant transfers to the remaining constituencies currently in the progress.
Mr. Speaker, on financial capacity of the constituency office, the ministry has specifically allocated the budget for the 50 constituencies with current expenditure, and we hope this is sufficient to support this office to undertake the responsibilities for the constituencies. Initial disbursement for this has now been made to most of the constituencies, and grant transfers to remaining constituencies are being undertaken. Number 3, Mr. Speaker, on the update of the setup of the Constituency Development Committee, the Ministry has so far completed appointments for 47 constituency committees. 3 constituencies are yet to provide their nominated persons for the CDCs. Mr. Speaker, my ministry is listening with these constituencies to do their submissions as soon as possible as required under the CDF Act 2023.
He added the Constituency Development Committee, CDC, play a critical role in shaping the strategic direction of development at the grassroots level.
Let me remind the members of the CDC that given the role and responsibilities are critical for the strategic direction of the constituency. So it's important that those appointed to each of the Constituency Development Committee to take their roles seriously and execute their mandates with their constituents in a more inclusive and non-discriminating manner. This will ensure that all Somalilanders do benefit from this government program. Mr. Speaker, on the CDF regulations, I am pleased to report that a draft regulation is now reviewed by the Ministry of Rural Development and is now with the Attorney General Chamber for final inputs.
Through bridge about 6 kilometers from Auki in Malaita province has reopened to small vehicles after emergency repair work. The bridge was damaged and closed, cutting off an important road for people and goods. A team from the Ministry of Infrastructure Development, MID, along with local workers, fixed the bridge so small vehicles could pass again. The China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, responsible for the bridge's construction, has expressed regret over the incident and committed to further upgrades. Malaita Premier Elijah Asulawa visited the site and said the bridge is very important for the province. He promised to work with the national government to build a stronger, safer bridge soon. A new bridge is ready as part of the Solomon Islands Road and Aviation Project, SIRAP 2. MID Minister Honourable Ricky Fu says building it will be a top priority for the province. Now, the Ministry of Lands has reported significant achievements in the first year of implementing the GNUT Joint National Action Task Force Land and Urban Development Policy. Alex Dedamu with the details.
The Ministry of Lands reported it has made significant progress in the first year of implementing the GNUT Joint National Action Task Force Land and Urban Development Policy. Launched to promote sustainable land management and equitable housing access, the policy is reported to already delivered several key outcomes. Minister of Lands, Housing and Survey, Honorable Polycarp Paya, revealed in Parliament. He said enhanced land allocation, administration and enforcement mechanisms have led to greater transparency and a reduction in illegal land grabbing.
Mr. Speaker, on the first anniversary of the GNUT Land and Urban Development Policy under the Ministry of Lands marks significant progress in advancing sustainable land management and housing initiatives. Over the past year, the GNUT has successfully initiated several key components outlined in its policy metrics, notably efforts to strengthen land allocation, administration, and enforcement mechanisms have resulted in more transparent processes and reduced incidents for illegal land grabbing. Formalization of informal settlement has gained momentum through target surveys and assessment, leading to improved living conditions and enhanced access to essential services for residents. Also, my ministry is currently working on the policy on illegal squatting and hopefully get the endorsement from the cabinet.
Honorable Paya added advanced rollout of a tiered rental system for public housing, land subdivision, and public savings programs and urban planning reforms are key areas his ministry is currently working on.
The implementation of a tiered rental system for public offices is progressing smoothly, offering housing subsidies and grants based on income levels, and fostering equitable access to affordable housing. Additionally, land subdivision and allocation program for public savings have begun to facilitate home ownership, aligning with the goal of promoting individual and family stability. The GNUT has actively supported urban planning revision, including reviewing regulatory frameworks and advancing the national urbanization policy to establish comprehensive local planning schemes that promote well-planned urban growth.
Alex Dadamu for SIBC TV.
Solomon Islands Rangers is developing seasonal calendars with a number of conservation communities. Program Manager of the Solomon Islands Rangers, Edward Haikau Huitarau, confirmed this during the recent World Biodiversity Day. He emphasized the calendars will be based on traditional ecological knowledge of communities involved.
So what Mifala try for doing at the moment is Mifala try for work with a Fofala conservation group law Malaita and for developing the seasonal calendar block at the Selva in their own language. The whole idea is, as me tell them during my presentation today, time me tell them, okay, the traditional knowledge holders are very minority now. Then you look around the Solomon Island, we say you may get them traditional ecological knowledge, but we never document them. So we feel like starting off with this community-based conservation, so that something can look real, while the resourceful people are still around. No good time to go join him silent community, then you may look out the information. Yeah? So we will start for piloting with the first 4 communities.
First game, first win for Phoenix Netball Club in the Honiara Netball Association Super Division after defeating Goldridge 1 on Saturday. After their bye for round 1 the previous weekend, Phoenix, who finished 3rd overall last year, kicked off the campaign with an emphatic 44-31 victory over Goldridge. Coach Anna Palusi said their aim this year is for a top 4 finish in the Super Division.
First win today and side-low game. People still got him stuck at things to work on him, but games I'm also one for win, one for lose. And for my girls, what really put him a good fight. Yeah, even though side-low fitness level him down, but yeah, being alright. Yeah, Nifala come last year, was a new team last year, and Nifala, I think Nifala try for Wakamol or bring him up as a girl for next level. Yeah? So as a coach, I think by Nifala need more work plan, yeah, for other girls for Wakamol or him, and then I think for come together more because lately Nifala slack no training a little bit, yeah, but maybe just encouraging water because of my funding team. Just for come for do more coach staff no. And bring for inside the top 4 no. Yeah, I think him no.
Round 2 of the HNA leagues, meanwhile, will be completed Tuesday next week with actions from the A Division at the Multipurpose Hall. Martin Taromane, SIBC Sports.
And that's news. Follow us on sibconline.com.sb and our SIBC News Facebook page for more of our latest stories. Thanks for watching.